Live, Jesus, Sacred Diary of St. Francis de Sales, July 10. Aside from sin, there is no greater evil for the soul than unrest. Just as internal strife and dissensions can entirely destroy a republic and render it incapable of defending against foreign threats, so too does a heart, troubled and unrestful within itself, lose the strength needed to preserve acquired virtues and resist the temptations of the enemy, who then eagerly seeks to exploit such chaos. Philothea, Part 4, Chapter 11, Introduction to the Devout Life. On July 10, 1609, St. Francis de Sales, who spread his light everywhere like a true sun, journeyed to Talloires on an apostolic mission commissioned by the Senate of Chambéry. His task was to reform the ancient priory, founded in honor of the Blessed Virgin Mary under the Benedictine Order. The Priory of Talloires was nestled at the foot of a mountain by the shores of Lake Annecy. The saintly bishop held great affection for this pious place, alongside profound sorrow at the decline of religious discipline due to the negligence of the abbots who had governed it. He had already written to Pope Paul V about the issue and received the mandate to reform it. Emulating Christ Jesus, who taught his apostles to be gentle and humble in heart, the humble and gentle Francis did not present himself with inherent authority. Instead, he arrived solely as the Vicar of the Abbot of Savigny to achieve better results. The abbot, delighted with the commission given to Francis, conferred upon him full authority to correct and reform the monastery. Having convened the chapter at the Talloires Abbey, St. Francis delivered a beautiful exhortation to the monks, highlighting the excellence of their vocation, the perfection of life that had characterized the monastery for centuries, and its currently deplorable state. His discourse revolved around these 3 points, yet he spoke with such spiritual force that he moved the hearts of the monks, most of whom promised to reform. Nevertheless, the journey toward reform was fraught with tremendous labor and suffering for Francis. Father Louis Coetz, who had been elected prior and lived to the age of 87, gave a beautiful and extensive testimony during the final canonization processes of the saintly bishop. He attested that when Francis entered the cloister, it felt like the visit of a true angel of paradise, exemplifying the modesty, piety, and discipline of Saint Benedict. He gently urged them, "O my brothers, for the love of Saint Benedict our Father, let us return to observance so as not to take away the accidental glory he receives through the practice of his rule, and not to allow those who delight in chaos to usurp his legacy." He said this because certain individuals were interested in taking control of the priory, separating it from the order of Saint Benedict. With fair and prudent charity, our saint managed to preserve it for Saint Benedict. Meditation for July 10. This account of St. Francis de Sales offers valuable insights into his teachings about inner peace and the dangers of unrest within the soul. He cautions that aside from sin, there is no greater detriment to the soul than turbulence and anxiety. Just as internal conflict can weaken a republic's ability to defend itself, spiritual unrest depletes a person's strength in maintaining virtues and resisting temptations. St. Francis's journey to reform the Priory of Talloires in 1609 highlights his humility, dedication, and strategic approach to leadership. Entrusted by both the Senate of Chambéry and Pope Paul V, he undertook this mission not with personal authority, but as the Vicar of the Abbot of Savigny. His humility is evident in his refusal to assert his own authority, choosing instead to act under the jurisdiction bestowed upon him. By mirroring the humility and gentleness of Christ, his approach effectively garnered the monks' commitment to reform. The experience teaches us about the power of leading by example and with compassion. St. Francis's heartfelt exhortation to the monks emphasizes the beauty of their vocation and the potential for spiritual renewal. His ability to inspire change through eloquence and spiritual strength demonstrates that true reform begins within the heart. Furthermore, the testimony of Father Louis Coetz during the canonization process underscores the lasting impact of St. Francis's visit. Father Coetz likens his presence to that of an angel of paradise, exemplifying St. Benedict's virtues. St. Francis's plea for the monks to return to observance reflects his belief in preserving the spiritual heritage and integrity of their religious practice, countering external attempts to disrupt their tradition. Through this experience, St. Francis de Sales teaches us about the significance of inner peace, the effectiveness of humble and loving leadership, and the dedication required to preserve spiritual integrity even amidst challenges. His legacy serves as a reminder of the transformative power of faith, humility, and gentle perseverance in the pursuit of spiritual and communal reformation. God be blessed forever.